everybody is silent, you shook them with distance. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, everybody is silent. You shook them with distance. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, watch me from afar. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, watch me from afar. It's funny how when you were a part of the circle, when you were a part of the family, when you actually came on the trips, when you actually was going to the parties that you were invited to, never really wanted to go though. However, they never appreciated you when they had you. They never understood the value of you showing up and the value of your presence when you was giving it to them. I need y'all to understand something. You shook them with that distance. They've become accustomed and so used to you being around to where they forgot how it felt to where when you were no longer in the mix. See, family, what happens is that people get silent and they begin to watch you not out of praying on your downfall. Now, some people do actually, but in this case, they're not praying on your downfall. They can't believe that you're doing it. They can't believe that you're still sustaining. They can't believe that you don't need them. They can't believe that you have your sane mind. Your heart is still pure. You still smiling. You showing all 32 teeth. They can't believe that nothing haven't came and got you. You haven't failed yet. This is blowing their minds, but you did this with distance. See, family, a lot of times people would never get to know the real you. People would never get to see the pure and justified you because they so stuck on what you did in your past. You take the cousin who was a thief their entire lives, right? If this person say, hey, I want to get saved or I want to change my life, I want to indulge into spirituality, I want to be better than who I was, I can tell you the main people who probably won't ever see the change in him or her: family, friends, the closest people who were around him. Why is that, Reno? Because they have a fixated image of who this particular person was from the past. And that's the same thing with yourself. You had to distance yourself, all right? And now they're silent because they're seeing the person that you are transforming into. Does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know, all right? But fam, we gonna go ahead and get directly into this video. But first thing is first, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. What y'all got going on, fam? How y'all doing today? I'm all in your business. Or should I say how y'all doing tonight, right? It's a later post, y'all. I had to service my other channels, my other pages. But like I said, y'all, I never leave the family unfed. You feel me? When I got something on my spirit, I'm going to get it off, all right? But with that being said, y'all, enough about myself. Today has been a regular day. Took a walk outside, you know, did a, not a morning stroll, but I did a afternoon scroll, connected with nature for a little bit. You feel me? What I had for dinner was some pizza, homemade pizza, right? So I had the Parmesan pizza. I had the, what we call it, low moisture mozzarella, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of mixed it all together, and some homemade wings, all right? But that's what I ate today, y'all. For all my foodies, y'all drop in the comments. Let me know how y'all been doing and what y'all ate as well. Let's go ahead and get directly into this video, all right? Number one, it's going to be this right here, fam. They're praying silence brings you back, okay? They're praying silence bring you back. And for those who's wondering, what we're speaking about right now, y'all, is why everybody is silent and how you shook them with distance, all right? In case anybody was confused. But sticking to it, y'all, number one, they're praying silence brings you back. So this is the smart person. I'm not going to hold y'all. This person right here is smart. They understood that talking got me into this mess. Not saying the right things got me into this mess. Maybe even talking about them and it got back to them is what got me into this mess. They're utilizing their mind. This is the quick thinker. This is the person who may have witty intelligence. This is the individual who probably have perverted wisdom, right? Reno, what are you saying right now? This particular person is trying to reverse what has already been done. And little do they know it's not going to work because you're already on to their game. All right. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I see your game. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I see your game. Now, this right here reminds me of the detective in the interrogation room. All right. The detective in the interrogation room. Now, you got the detective who's gonna go ballistic in the interrogation room. They're gonna be the ones who's like, hey, if you don't give me this, then I'm gonna do this to you. They jacking them up, they slapping them in the face. They threatening them with time that they can't even give them because they have yet to be convicted. This right here is I call the aggressive, detective. But then you have the detective who's cool, laid back, and they'll be quiet sometimes. Hey, you know what, sir? We're going to give you your time. We'll give you a coffee. Would you like to have a cigarette? He's talking very calm because he understands that, or she understands that you catch more bees with honey than you do vinegar, right? They're quiet because they understand that this person right here may not crack with being aggressive. Let me pull back some. You get what I'm saying? But it's still not genuine because you're trying to get something out of me. Although you're trying to bribe me, although you're being kind to me, although you're, kind of piping down on me, you're still trying to get something out of me. You're just going a different way. Same thing with this right here, y'all. They are praying that the silence brings you back into the chaos. They're praying that the silence brings you back into their mess. They're praying that the silence brings you back into that toxic relationship, family, friendship, whatever the case is. They're being quiet. They holding their cool, hoping you have a change in heart, but you understand that they have not changed. All right. Does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. All right. Number 2 is going to be this right here, fam. You made it alone. Yeah. You made it alone. So, family, when you make it alone, this speaks volumes because it says that I can stand on my own 10 without mama or daddy. I can stand on my own 10 without my best friend and my cousin. I can stand on my own 10 without that organization or that job. You get what I'm saying? And they never thought that you would stand alone because they thought that you were so accustomed to being dependent on them. Maybe they provided money, they provided food, they provided resources, they provided things that would keep you quiet, comfortable, and hush mouth. You get what I'm saying? You take, for instance, the pimp and this top girl, right? The pimp and this top girl. I'm talking about he's making a lot of dough off his top girl. She giving it up and she bringing the bacon back. Yeah. But what happens when she finds herself and she gains control over her mind? She, hones in on her identity and she understands exactly who she is. Well, the pimp is probably going to lose some money. Yeah, that's bad for business in his perspective, right? Because my top girl won't be bringing in top dollar. Yeah, my top girl would not be bringing in top dollar. Therefore, I'm going to have to find somebody else who's going to take the top girl spot, or else I'm going to be put out of business. All right. Now, when she actually becomes independent, when she actually becomes alone, when she actually, do what she does and she's sustaining, that pimp is going to change his mindset. Now, whether it's for the good or the worse, he's going to be like, yo, she out here getting it. She out here sustaining. She out here making it. Hold on, right? You know why that is? Because she shook him with distance. And now he's silent. He don't know what to think. He don't know if she's getting help. He don't know if she's back with her family. He don't know if she's with another pimp. He don't know what she got going on to be able to sustain. But what I do know is that he's silent right now because the distance is keeping him in a state of confusion, not knowing where the help is coming from, where the money is coming from, where the support is coming from, where the confidence is coming from. Y'all get what I'm saying? This is the same thing you did to them. You made it alone. And this is what bothers them on the inside of their malicious hearts. Do you understand what I'm saying? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 3, it's going to be this right here, fam. It's a convenient time to know you, all right? It is a convenient time to know you. I'm going to say it straight up and down, y'all, all right? So let's just say you become a celebrity today, okay? And family, you don't have to be the next Michael Jackson, the next Beyonce, the next whoever. I'm just throwing some things out there, y'all, all right? But let's just say you become a celebrity today, all right? You a C-list celebrity, you was in a movie, you was on Love and Hip Hop, you did something to where people now know your face, okay? Well, those very individuals who always had a lot to say about you negatively, all of a sudden don't have anything to say bad about their cousin. Yeah, they don't got nothing to say bad about their first, second, third cousin twice removed. They don't got nothing bad to say about you. They silent right now. You shook them with distance. You looking like a superstar right now. You looking good right now. You looking like a beneficiary right now. Let me shut up. And if I do say anything about them, it's going to be all good. You get what I'm saying? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'd shut up too. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'd shut up too. In other words, y'all, it is a convenient time to know you because you are conveniently beneficial. Does that make sense? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 4, it's going to be this right here, y'all. They told people you'd be back. All right. They told people you'd be back, whether it was you coming back to the hometown for good, you coming back to the job for good, you coming back to the plantation for good, you coming back to the relationship. Y'all get my drift by now. The fact that you left and they were praying on your downfall, or they were hoping you come back to make them company or make them feel, good, because y'all know the phrase, misery loves company. They thought that you were coming back, so they told people. They tried to throw it out there into the universe. They even tried to send you messages that were probably discouraging to change your mind from doing what you were doing. You get what I'm saying? Family, they told people you'd be back, but it is embarrassing because you ain't been back yet. Yeah. This is very equivalent, all right, if you made a bet on the Knicks. Y'all know the Knicks just had some type of championship. I believe they won, the last game. I'm not really big on basketball, but y'all can correct me down below in the comments. But the Knicks, I do remember seeing this on social media. They won some type of championship. Imagine if you made a worldwide bet on the Knicks and said they were going to lose, right? They'll be back where they were. Family, you going to look like a stupid man, a stupid woman. Why? Because the Knicks just won big time in front of everybody. Okay, they got the championship. They got rings. They won. If you made that public bet, you're going to look like the idiot. Okay, what I'm saying, y'all, is that they've already made a bet on you in front of people who possibly even know you as well. And the fact that they're losing the bet, they're losing their dignity. They're losing their integrity. They're losing their credibility. People are like, man, I thought you said they was going to come back. You ain't came back yet. And that's what's messing them up. Does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. All right. They're losing their credibility. Number 5, y'all, the last thing is going to be this right here, fam. This new version of you scares them. All right. This new version of you, it really scares them. So, family, you got 3 types of Tupac, in my personal opinion. All right. Y'all know I'm a Tupac fan. I'm a Tupac head. That is my favorite artist of all time. I think I would know this. Okay. However, y'all can always correct me down below in the comments. Anyway, getting to my point, y'all. The point is, Tupac was a different Pac when he was with Digital Underground, right? He was with Shock G. He was making songs like I Get Around. You know what I'm saying? I think that was, and he was younger too. He was younger. He was like, 16, 15 when he was with Digital Underground. So he was still fun, happy, and just excited to be in the game. You get what I'm saying? He was still raw. He was still gutted because where he came from. But I think that that's where he was at his most pure, right? And then you got Tupac, Me Against the World Pac, right? You got the Me Against the World Pac. You know what I'm saying? Right before he went to prison, I think this is when he was maturing. He was becoming a man, but he still had that pure heart. He still had that friendly, I'ma say, persona, right? He had that friendly persona. Pac was still Pac, but I think you would get the most, not necessarily pure, but genuine Pac from his Me Against the World days. You get what I'm saying? Now, after he got shot, he went to prison, all these different allegations, all these different people lying on him, the whole nine. Now we're talking about the third Pac. And the third Pac is Death Row Pac. Yeah, I believe Death Row Pac still was a good person, but at this point, now he pissed. He mad, all right? And to some people who's at a distance, y'all follow me, they're extremely silent because they watching the show. They like, I don't know who this dude is. Yeah, he making dope music. Yeah, he's still a superstar, but can I call him? Could I walk up to him? Would he still remember me? You get what I'm saying? That was a different Pac. But see, you can say he was a bad person and he was around bad influences, or you can say he was just around who he felt that he can trust. He was just around who he felt that helped him get out of prison or a bad situation. He was just around who he felt had his back, who put money in his pocket and showed him genuine love. On top of that, how would you react if you got shot? You know, if you got gunned down and left for dead, how would you react? So what I'm saying, y'all, is that everybody can talk about you and they can say how this new version of you is crazy, stupid, dumb, it scares me, you ain't acting like yourself. But what about the things I had to go through to get to this point? We just gonna miss that? We just gonna throw that under the rug, right? Like you probably lost money. You lost your crib. You lost friends, family. You went through betrayal. People lied on you. The list goes on. The point is, y'all, is the journey that you had to go through is what defined who you are today, all right? And so with that being said, y'all, they're silent because you shook them from a distance. You shook them with distance. And they're sitting back just watching this person because they don't know how to approach this person. And that's okay. Leave it there, all right? But with that being said, fam, we're going to go ahead and do a recap and then we'll conclude this video. But number one, y'all, they're praying silence brings you back, okay? Number two, you made it alone. Number three, it's a convenient time to know you. Number four, they told people you'd be back. And number five, y'all, this new version of you scares them, all right? With that being said, fam, y'all be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie, book a one-on-one session with your boy, and you can check out any one of my books. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.